Hey, you guys, welcome to Outside. We're out here hanging out. I got my fellas. We're just doing doggy stuff. So I wanted to bring you out and show you the outside. We've got lots of violets blooming in the yard and lots of purple nettle. Tons of it. Oh no, what did I step in? I don't have grass in my backyard. I have this ground cover, which is very squishy and nice, but it also doesn't get very long. Okay, so we're coming all the way back here because I wanted to show you my peach tree. Now, like I said, tried to make this video last week and had a bunch of issues with editing, and so when I came back here last week, these were all fully bloomed, and now all the blooms are leaving, and we have just these little things, which will be the seeds, I'm guessing. Anyway, it was gorgeous, full of blooms. And just in the last week, everything has bloomed. Really, all the trees have come to life out here. I don't have any other trees that grow anything magical, but just this peach tree, which is very crowded by the other trees. But it's making its way out here. It's getting some good sunshine, so that's good news. Okay, you can barely see it, but over here is where I've been piling all the extra leaves and debris from my yard. The tree branches, leaves, even boxes, because I was hoping, and when we have extra worms from fishing, instead of saving them, we put them in that pile back there. So anyway, so last week I had to come out here and move all of this stuff. It all ended up unfolded and it's crazy, but I had to clean up all the leaves from here. There's still leaves over here. However, this area right here is full of little salamanders. So I'm going to see if we can find one. Now, I stopped when I stopped so that they could be able to go back a little bit and hopefully find cover in the, like, I won't go over here and do any kind of, I'm not going to pick up those leaves when they come and mow. They'll chop up most of those leaves, but the salamanders can come back here near the house. And anyway, so but let's pull this back and see if we see any. Let's see. There's one. So hopefully you can see that little guy. Hello. I hope you can. I can't tell. Anyway, he's wanting to hide. We have tons of little salamanders. We have frogs, and stuff like that out here, which is great. I'm gonna go back inside and we'll finish. Okay. I was saying we have a lot of salamanders, frogs, worms, things like that in that area back there, which I love because it lets me know that we have a really healthy little ecosystem. And so even though, well, of course, I'm going to be moving, but I still want to be mindful of the little critters. Um, I have been very careful not to spray any pesticides and things like that, which has been challenging because we have battled a lot of pests, fleas, and ticks and bugs like that. And so, um, trying to manage that and with the animals without using any harmful chemicals. And I can't really say that I've done a good job at that. My pets are allergic to or have had reactions to every single flea treatment and tick treatment that I've tried, which prompted me to start looking into natural remedies, essential oils, things like that. It's easy to say, oh, all of those things can be toxic. Don't bother telling me that. The toxicity of the flea treatments. I mean, literally, they were getting sores up and down their bodies where I would put the treatments, and I tried numerous treatments. So the toxicity of this or that, it's what is the worst, the lesser of two evils, basically. Anyway, all to say, I started looking into the natural remedies for them, and some are okay for the dogs, the others are not good for the cats, and it's always something. And this is one of the things that is leading me to the decision of going back to the desert. Um, in Nevada, we did not have fleas. As a matter of fact, as soon as we left South Carolina, and there were big problems with fleas for my big guy Rex, the tan colored dog that I have. He is here, but I can't flip the phone. Anyway, he had fleas really bad, and when we moved to Nevada, and within a day of being there, they were gone. They can't survive in that area. We rarely even had anything like flies or anything, but here it's like the more treatments I have given him, the worse the fleas got. Um, it's just been really bad, and for all of them, my cat started pulling out his fur. Uh, he had like a mohawk of fur, and it's still not completely better. And so that's one of the things we've had challenges with, that my animals have suffered greatly over the issues with pests, parasites, things like that. And so all to say, I have not been treating my yard with anything, and I think, the what I was saying about having the salamanders and the worms and the toads and things like that, that means that they thrive back there, which I love for them. But for my animals, I mean, Lucky has had so many ticks on him, and he already has issues anyway. The last thing he needs is I don't know, doggy Lyme disease, or and the challenges that have come up even with food. The white dogs tend to have problems with skin issues. They're more likely to be deaf or blind, things like that. And both of my dogs have issues with food allergy things, but it got so much worse since being here. And so currently, the food that I give them is a white fish food, because that is the only thing that doesn't cause stomach upset, with the exception of doing bone broth and homemade food. I can give them homemade chicken bone broth. And oftentimes I'll mix in carrots. They love carrots. I'll mix in carrots and make them kind of a stew with that steel cut oats, which I mentioned in my apocalypse food video, that I use the clean, no nothing added. It's just steel cut oats for oatmeal. Um, I add it in there. Puppy dog soup is what we call it. So I do some different versions of that. I do one with whitefish cod, usually if I do that one. Or, like I said, the bone broth, and I'll make a soup out of it. And that really helps ease their tummies. Um, and so eventually it may end up that will be the food that they get, just because the allergies have been so bad here. I can't give them any kind of dog food with chicken in it. I cannot give them beef. It messes up their digestion, and the white dog has had major issues with bloating. I don't know that anybody who has pets on here is really gonna know, care, whatever, or if there's a lot of you that'll see this that have pets. But when it comes to gas and bloating, I found for humans as well as dogs, I can't say cats because he would never eat it, but pineapple, fresh pineapple, not like and I think potentially frozen pineapple, but fresh pineapple will help the digestion. With the white dog, I just give him one cube flat. Not even a cube. It's like a slice of pineapple when he starts having issues with whatever food he's trying to is causing him problems. And it takes it away in about 5 to 10 minutes. It'll stop whatever he's got going on in there. And I think it's because the bromine in it, bromine, uh, helps with digestion. And so I've done different things for them. Kombucha, I've done, and I've had to, because it's better than them suffering. I mean, this was like every food I was trying, any kind of treats. Even I've even tried to give them um what's it called? Sweet potato slices, and that messed them up. And so they are just ultra sensitive, even though they have sweet potato in their dog food that I give them. I think it's white fish and sweet potato, because I didn't want them to have a lot of rice. And so rice is one of the most common things that you find in dog food. So I didn't want them to have a lot of that, because I don't feel like uh, they already eat. Let's see. Lucky will eat all of his food and then go eat Rex's food. He's a chubby baby. And so limiting a little bit the high level of carbohydrates. They do get human snacky things every once in a while, pizza crust or something like that. We don't eat a whole lot of that around here, but and so they do get some carbohydrates, but also we're not doing all the activities that we used to do here. We don't have the same access. And so our lifestyles have changed drastically. So anyway, so all to say, you know, moving for me isn't just about, it's like this, we have the yard we prayed for, and with it came all of these pests and parasites and issues. And I'm not saying that their food challenges are part of that, but what I am saying is that they have been bombarded since we got here with food allergies out there. The only things that will keep the bugs away, give them skin problems. It's been so hard on them being here. And So moving isn't just a decision for what I want, it's also so they can have better, you know? Yeah. Anyway, so but the salamanders are really cool. I hope I got a good shot of that because it's like I can't flip my camera around, and so I can only do the front view. So I'm hoping, because I couldn't see while I was showing you, I'm hoping it got a good shot of that little salamander. And if not, one day I'll go out there and try to take a picture. Um anyway, yes, so that was my outside adventure. There was a lot more in the video last week, but I just wasn't able to edit that, and so we're the editing thing is going to be a long-standing joke on this channel. I promise. I'm never gonna forget this. So, anyways, yes, guys, I hope everybody has a great day. Just a short chat. I do have a ton more to say, but I'll make a separate video for that because it's not on the I won't say not as fun because it is fun. I'm always fun, but not it's not on the outside note of things. So anyway, but yes, so I hope you have a great day and I will see you in the next video.